What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Sage reporting live. Um, as you can see, I look fucked up. My eyes are fucked up, face fucked up. I worked yesterday, uh, and I went out afterwards. Probably had too much to drink. Not probably, but 100%, because I didn't even wake up for my shift this morning. I slept right through my alarm. I fell asleep with my shoes still on, and my work clothes still on. I didn't take anything off. I had my earrings on, my rings, all my jewelry still on. I just came home, passed out. It's fucked, but it was cool though. It was a cool night. I got some topics to talk about today. Um, and yeah, let's get right into it. Um, so first one, God using you as a measuring stick, or vice versa. And what that means is, throughout your life, when you decide to go on the path of bettering yourself, initially when you start, you might see somebody that you admire and that you want to be like, and that's kind of like it's like the first stage of it. You see someone that like you're like, oh, I wonder how he does that, or how does he manage himself in these situations, what's going through his mind. That's the first step. And then once you go through the stages and you actually better yourself, you will see a past version of yourself in other people, and you'll think, oh, that used to be me. I used to be that way. I hope that young man is gonna stay on the track, not give up, and continue on the path. you know and it happens. If you go out, you see you know see other men, you start to pick up on these things. It's very interesting. It's interesting because you can see how far you've come, compared to how you used to be. And you should never laugh at those people when you do get, or belittle them when you do get to a certain level of bettering yourself. You should always be hopeful for them and wishing them well, and yeah. And to piggyback off of that, there's another slight subtopic. There's only a handful of people in the world, and by that I mean there's a limited amount of like journeys that people go on, and everyone is on a different journey, but it's like they're all trying to reach the same destination, which is inner peace. And so the everyone you meet is on a different stage of that journey, but it makes everyone very similar in a sense, because like movie archetypes, right? There's like the wise old sage, there's like the prince trying to become a king, there's the damsel in distress. These are all archetypes, right? And every human on this earth is going through stages through those archetypes. And so it makes everyone very, very similar, because once you get to a certain level of bettering yourself, you can see the people progressing through these stages, right? And so it makes everyone very, very similar, because like I said, yeah, they're all on the same pathway. They're all on the same pathway. Forgive me, I'm not as articulate as I usually am, but I'm still a little bit fucked up. So I'm trying to piece these words together, but it's not happening. But yeah. Next topic. Recognizing, though this also goes into what I was just talking about, recognizing what part of the journey that other men are on, and acting accordingly. So for example, I go out a lot, or I go out whenever I can, and like I have some promoter friends, and I'm in the club scene pretty decently. So I don't ever try to like take women from other men. I let them learn their lesson or whatever, because I don't need to like feel like I'm a big man for taking someone else's girl at the club. So at the club, you're gonna see a lot of men at that early stage where they feel like they need to prove themselves, and they feel like they need to show that they're a big dog and all these other things. And so I witness it happening, and I recognize myself in them, because I think when you speak from a position of privilege, of having been that guy for a lot of your life, you know, and this sounds gross, but yeah, I think you have to go through that to be able to let it go and not let it affect you while you're out. Because, like, I think it's better off for society that a lot of men go through this stage and get tired of it or get sick of it. But a lot of them probably won't. But I think it's good, because once they get that validation, they can kind of relax. See, the smart ones will. The smart ones would get it and see, okay, I've gotten it, and I learned something from it. I got some experience from it, and then they will let it go. It won't be such like a thing for them, like it wouldn't be such like a need for them. But then the dumb ones are gonna base their life off of that. In a previous video, I mentioned that you need to get to a point where getting girls doesn't really matter to you anymore, and that in turn will actually get you more girls, because it doesn't matter to you anymore, and you're not so tense, and you're not so like focused on a certain outcome when you go out. But yeah, so the dumb ones, they will still hang their hat on, all right, I need to go out this weekend, I need to go out, I need to get every girl possible, I need to be the only one getting girls, I need to make sure these people know that I'm the only bitch getter in the vicinity. And so yeah, but I think it's good. I think I want other men to experience it. I want them to go through it, so they can either go down the right path and be like, all right, I've got it, I learned something from it, and like it's not as important as I made it out to be, and now I'm gonna just chill out. I got what I wanted, I've experienced it. Now I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna go out now with a different mindset. I want other men to go through that. So I don't go trying to like squash men's dreams at the club. I'm like, yo, I even try to hook other niggas up with hoes at the club. I'll be like, hey, yo, let's go talk to these girls. I see I have a 2-man. Let's go on a 2-man mission. I'll be trying to hook niggas up. I'm like, bro, I want every man. I want every man in my vicinity to get bitches, because it reduces the amount of animosity in the establishment whenever I end up trying to get some too, because I don't want to be the only one. I mean, it looks cool, yeah. I guess it's a cool thing, but it creates like a competitive spirit in other men. I don't want other men to be like, oh fuck. I want all men to get bitches, all of them. There's enough to go around. It's not scarcity out here. There's enough. It's not a drought. There's enough. And other guys have it wrong, but they be trying to like compete with each other. I'm like, dude, like, do you know how much power we would have if we were actually a congregation of real ass niggas? Bro, we can get anything. Get every girl in the world. And yeah. And next topic. helping people based on their need, not an attempt to perform competence. And this topic came to me when I spoke with my dad a couple days ago. Yeah, so my dad is he's an OG, very big man back in Nigeria. Almost ran for governor when I was younger. My grandfather was a member of the United Nations, and he was also a very big man. So my dad bagged his daughter. So my dad bagged the daughter of a very big man in his time. So he's you know how that goes. And he's an architect. My dad's an architect. He helped build up a lot of the roads in the capital of Nigeria, which is Abuja. He helped build up a lot of the roads. He was the mastermind behind the highways of the capital of Nigeria. So he's a big man, very big ego, a bit narcissistic. And we had a conversation last week, and it's been a running theme with him when I became an adult, and the veil was lifted of how my parents are not superheroes. They are human beings with flaws, and when you become an adult, you start to understand them a little bit better, and you also can analyze them a lot better, because now you're thinking about their actions with the right glasses on, with the right frame of mind on. And so my dad likes to project himself as a very, robust, competent man, smart man. My bad, ran out of storage. But like I was saying, it kind of gets in the way of him being real sometimes, because he has a certain image to project. And we were speaking about like my life situation, and we were speaking about just how things have gone for me. And the thing with my dad is that when I try to talk to him, he always tries to like help me in a way where he's being performative, instead of just listening to me and trying to help me based on my needs, and not an attempt to perform competence. And I don't like it. Because it kind of, I don't know. Like he's a very good man, charitable, smart, competent, all of that. But it's like it kind of diminishes what he's trying to do. Because it's like I don't need to know, like, so for example, I was telling him about my worries about having a job, or not having a job, about my business, Sinless Services, private bartending and catering. And obviously as an adult, I'm also a college graduate. I went to school for business. So I've already thought about the pathways that the steps I would need to take to get my business, going. And I was trying to speak to him about like just the worries that I had, and just, certain doubts that I had. They didn't really affect me. I didn't speak to him like I was like, oh, I'm scared it's not gonna happen. I was just speaking honestly, and just trying to speak to him like as like a man to man type of thing. Like, yeah, like, and then he would go off on tangents about how I need to do these certain things. Like, for example, the first step I would need to take is having a steady income so I can have savings so I could put towards the business. And I know that it's simple knowledge. You need money to make money, right? And then he would cut me off and like go on tangents about how, oh yeah, you got to think about how to become a multi-millionaire, and you got to think about, oh, how are you gonna get money from other people to help you with the job. And I don't know if this is getting my point across, because it sounds like he's trying to help, but it's like the energy behind it. It's like he's trying to lecture me about how I need to do it. I'm like, I understand. I need money to make money. It's very simple. I understand it. Like, I don't right now I don't need a lecture. I just need you to listen. I don't need you to tell me about these certain things. Like, 'cause I already know it's not rocket science. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course I know I need to have, cause the premise of the conversation was that I was telling both him and my mom, because we were on the phone together, about how I had my first gig under my company name, helping a woman celebrate her dad's 70th surprise birthday party. That was the premise of the conversation. And so he was like, yeah, like, that's good, but you need to have bookings upon bookings upon bookings, and I'll be more impressed when you start getting them back to back. I'm like, well, duh, like, yeah, like, of course that would be lovely if I could do that all the time. It would be lovely if I had bookings upon bookings, but it's gonna take time and it's gonna take money for me to invest and advertise and market and all that stuff and get good reviews from guests and all that. But yeah, like, I didn't need that at the time. I didn't need him to be, because I already know. I needed him to just listen and just be there, And I guess this is what women complain. I guess this is what the one major complaint about men from women is that when they want to talk and they don't need advice, they just want to talk, is that men come in and start mansplaining, or they don't really absorb what's happening, and they just try to solve the issue. So I guess I see where they're coming from, because I didn't need all of that. I didn't need it. I just wanted to talk to my dad, man. That's it. I just wanted to level with him. But he's always trying to perform competence, I guess that's the curse of men, is that we feel the need to do that all the time. Sometimes people just need a listening ear, man. They just need someone to hear them and feel heard and understand. They don't need to be coached all the time. But yeah. But yeah, I feel terrible. I slept through my alarm. I was supposed to go to a shift today. It's terrible. But yeah, last night was interesting though. It was an interesting night. Very interesting night. But anyways, it's your boy Sage. Y'all be blessed.